What up, YouTube? Man, it's your boy Ghost. I'm inside my truck. I'm in Jezebel right now, and I'm actually in Rancho Cucamonga getting unloaded. Let me tell y'all. Oh man, so man, oh man, Monday. Wait, I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, so Monday, I actually lost a huge account. It was an account I've been working on for about, I would say, a good, oh man, probably a good month and a half, just going back and forth trying to get this account with Tesla, basically pulling freight for them. And I finally got in. I got the chance to pull one load for them, and at the same time, I lost the account too. At the same time, it was my first and last load. It sucked because it could have been rescued and it could have been prevented, because they were actually gonna set me up on a dedicated run from there. That's why my hair looks crazy, because it was one of those situations where I set the truck up to move, and basically the driver bailed. At the last minute, he flaked. So, you know, instead of me being an owner and just being put in a situation where I could have prevented it sooner if he would have gave me notice, you know, he didn't do that. He had a family emergency, but I had been talking to him all day on Sunday. And my first driver that basically picked the load up, I mean, he was a trooper. He picked it up from El Paso, and I have a driver that I run just California, Arizona, just all week. He basically, well, California, Arizona, Northern Cali, just basically a lot of local stuff that can get him home, like either every night or every other night. So that's my guy, like my go-to dude for just doing, you know, California runs. And then I have another guy that's like my OTR guy. He'll basically run to the moon and back if I need him to. He's like, you know, my clutch driver. So he basically came in and he picked the load up in El Paso, brought it back, relayed it in Fontana at my yard, and from there, my Cali driver was basically, we'll just call him the Cali driver. He was gonna take the load up to Fremont to make the delivery. And I mean, the load was paying stupid. It was paying like $3 a mile. And that was the crazy part. It was paying $3 a mile from El Paso to here. And then from Fremont, I had I guess they were gonna reload it with stuff to take it back to El Paso. I think it was paying about $3 or $4 a mile. It was paying really, really good, because it was a direct account. But the only issue was you can't be late at all. Like, they zero tolerance, because for one, they were tracking the load like crazy, and it was a high value load. I had to basically up my insurance to even haul it. So there was a lot on my end that I had to do to set this account up. So everything was in place. My driver got in on Saturday. He relayed the load, shot me a text message, told me that, hey, this is what's up with the load, blah, blah, blah. He put everything that he needs to do to lock the load down. He checked it in with the security at my yard. So everything was good. And that's another reason why, you know, Tesla, they gave me this opportunity, because I'm set up to where everything is like 100% secure. So he did his part, did what he needed to do. Sunday came. I was, you know, doing my usual, getting up, getting everything ready to go for the week. I had, you know, Jezebel set up to basically, had her on basically set for the week. She was booked. And I had the black truck set to run this dedicated. So from there, what I was going to do, the driver was going to pick it up Sunday, and he basically was going to shoot it up to Fremont. He was going to leave around like 7 o'clock Sunday evening to get there about 3 in the afternoon, and then from there he was going to reload and head on back, and then end up taking a 10 somewhere and getting up the next morning, coming back down to Fontana, and then relaying it with my driver that was going to shoot at the El Paso. Because like I said, he doesn't run that far. So I had it all set in, in the works to happen. Sunday came and he decided to, well, Sunday came and I was at the truck actually all day, like on and off. I kept having to go back to it and go to the white one. I was pre-tripping the black one, getting it ready to shoot up north, and I hit him up all day. We were just communicating, like he said he was good all day long. So the evening time came, and I asked him, I was just like, hey, are we still good for this? Because I had to check in with Tesla, let them know, like, look, this was going on with the load and blah blah blah. So I basically what do you call it, I hit him up and I told him to leave around 7, because he told me he was going to head to the yard at 5, and I told him it's bad traffic, you might want to leave about 7, 8 o'clock. So by that time the traffic would have died down. He was like, okay, cool. So he decided, or he didn't decide, but I get back to the house, I start finishing up cooking, because I was making some corned beef and cabbage, and I had just put my, I think this was about 8 o'clock, I had just put my cornbread in the oven, getting it all ready. I was about to sit down and start doing my billing so, I could process my money and get paid. And I sat down at my little desk, jumped on the iPad, and I saw that both trucks were still sitting in Fontana. And I'm like, what's going on with my black truck? Why hasn't it moved yet? So I text him. I said, hey, have you got to the truck yet? What's going on? No response. Called him, no response. So then I'm like, okay, what's going on? He finally texted me back and said that he had to take, I think his son to the ER because he was sick. And I was just like, oh, I was like, okay, dang, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. And he's like, he doesn't think he's gonna make this run. So I was like, okay. I was like, when were you gonna tell me? Because my thing is, at the end of the day, it's like, it sucks that your child goes to the hospital, but if you've been at the ER for 2 hours and it's 9:45 and you're just telling me that basically you can't make it, it's just like are you serious? So basically I'm sitting up there like shitting bricks, because I'm like, oh my god, I just got this account, and I'm like, I've been up all day, so for me, I've been up since 5 a.m. and it's 9 o'clock at night, and I ain't really rested all day because I've been up dealing with both of the trucks. And I hit up my, my OTR driver. He was basically busy. He had something to do on Saturday, or Monday. He had something to do Monday. He had to go to the DMV to handle CDL stuff, so he's basically out the picture. I hit up my homeboy who has a fleet. He's at the movie theater, so he just doesn't want to deal with it. I think he was kind of salty too because I got the deal and he didn't. And then, I hit up one of my homeboys that I know drives, and I knew he was basically in LA, but he was occupied. So I'm just like, dang, what am I gonna do? So I told boss lady, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just have to jump on the truck myself and just take it. It's gonna probably be late, but at least it's gonna get there. So that's basically what I did. I hurried up. Dang near, I had to finish up the bread and doing all that stuff, and because I take my cooking serious. So I basically made me a plate to go, and I ran to the truck, fired it up, swapped trailers, and took off. Basically had to shut down because I got tired, and I called Tesla and just let them know, like, look, this load's gonna be late. They were pissed off, and yeah, they didn't take that too lightly, because they were like, well, if you can give us a doctor's note to show that this actually happened, then we might excuse it. But if you can't, then you can say goodbye to this account, because we need dedicated people that are going to be reliable. And what you've shown us is you aren't reliable. You can't basically get stuff there on time. Like, they basically tore me a new one. And Tesla's real like uppity, and they're very They're just very thorough and very, you know, this is like top of the line equipment that you're moving around. So, you know, I understand, you know, the way they handled the situation. I probably would have too. I was pissed about the situation, but you know, that's how I lost my Tesla account. And I ain't gonna lie, I was mad because it took a whole lot of negotiating and just talking and just reaching out to different people for them to you know, I shot my shot and I finally got it, and just like that, you know, it was over before it even started. So, I mean, the lesson I've learned here is when situations happen, please give everyone an ample amount of time to respond to stuff. Don't wait till the last minute, because at the end of the day, people are losing money and losing major accounts over stuff that, you know, can somewhat be prevented. Because I mean, if I would have been told, you know, 2 hours beforehand that like around 6 or 7, I could have, you know, just jumped in the truck right then and there and just took off myself, instead of waiting until like the late into the evening. And once I was tired, you know, I could at least got a 2-hour head start, took a 2-hour nap halfway up there, and then still got there on time. So like I said, I tried giving it my all. I realized I ain't Superman, so that's why my hair looks, and I look a mess right now, because I mean, it was tough. But yeah, it's your boy Ghost. That's just, you know, just a little story about how I lost a Tesla account, and I'm probably gonna be driving the truck for a while. So yeah, I'll be back in it. I thought I was just gonna be chilling at home, but it looks like, you know, I don't know, people don't have the work ethic like I do, or like, you know, like if I realize when you need stuff done, you gotta do it yourself. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, as for the driver, you know, I'll handle it once I actually deliver this load and get back to the yard and can finish doing paperwork and everything. So love, peace, prosperity. I hope you guys enjoyed this video about how I lost an account, and hope you guys take something from it. Like I said, most of my videos, if I do drop something, just take whatever experience I've had and just learn from it. So yeah, love, peace, prosperity, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.